Hey guys, Nicole here. Welcome back to my channel. I am still quarantined right now, and the longer that I'm quarantined, the more projects I'm apparently going to get done around my house. So today I just kind of out of nowhere decided that I was going to work on my black Hutch right behind me. There's nothing really wrong with it, but it is kind of the one thing I own in my house that I haven't done anything to. It's kind of fresh from the factory, and I don't really love that it looks exactly like it did when it came from the store. I don't know, because I like to make things complicated, I guess. So my first idea was to just paint the background white, and I think that would help lighten it up and not make it look quite so heavy and black and dark in the kitchen. But then I was watching on YouTube that some people have been doing a faux shiplap look with white paint and then going over it with a Sharpie marker. This will be definitely an experiment for me. I think I'm gonna try it on the back of my Hutch. And I figure if I don't like it, I can easily repaint over some Sharpie lines. I hope, I don't know. I've never actually tried to paint over Sharpie, so that might be really optimistic. So I'll prime it, paint it, and then I'm gonna do just some shiplap lines using a Sharpie, and I think I'm gonna do them about 4 inches apart. And we will see what that looks like. I think in the midst of this process, I'm gonna rearrange all the decor in my Hutch and possibly onto the shelves on the sides. I'm not sure. We'll see how much I'm able to get done today, but that is the plan. So let's go. If you hear some background noise, it's these guys. We're working on our little homeschool afternoon stuff. Lincoln is coloring the letter R, and Rowan's working on his math. Hopefully this is my last one, number 3. I am sad to say that took 5 coats of Alabaster to get like a perfect coverage, and that is with 2 coats of primer. So it looks pretty good now, but it took a lot of paint. Wow, I wasn't expecting it to take that many coats. I'm really glad I primed that first. So I'm going to use a 2x4 now as my guide for the Sharpie line. This is the part I'm really nervous about. I hope it looks okay in the end, but it's an experiment and we'll see how it goes. And depending on how I like it, I will decide at that point to continue the white up into the top section or to just leave it like as a feature right here. So I'm going to do the shiplap first and then make that decision. Wish me luck. Okay, guys, that process was way more stressful than I was anticipating. You can see on the left, right about there, really messed up. I have to paint that maybe, I don't know. That was really scary. And at the end I was like, oh, I'm getting way better at it. And then I started to do horrible, terrible mistakes up there. So just don't look up there. I don't know, I feel like I just kind of gotta get used to it. I mean, it looks like shiplap, right? I think it looks good. Let me kind of back up. Let me have my light on it so you can see in there. I think I like it. I don't know, what do you think? I think it kind of worked. I mean, it's pretty cool. I think I'm happy with it. I don't know, let me decorate it and I'm gonna look again. It's a new day, and long story short, I've decided I'm just gonna go ahead and finish painting the hutch today and also declutter some of the items out of there. I think that I'm liking the shiplap look, but I just think it's like a little underwhelming because it's such a small space. So I really do think I just need to go ahead, do the whole hutch, and just let this project be done, because I know it's just gonna bother me the longer I put it off. So right now I'm just gonna clean everything out of the hutch, put it on my table. That'll be kind of a good chance for me to look at everything I have and kind of decide what I want to keep or not. And also, instead of using the milk paint this time, I'm going to use Joanna Gaines paint color called Shiplap. It's a very similar finish, and the tone of the white is almost exactly the same as the Alabaster that I use down here. I'm going to switch it because it took me so many coats with the milk paint, and I think that with Joanna Gaines Magnolia Home Paint, I'll be able to maybe do 2 coats. So that's my plan right now, 2 coats of primer. And then I'm going to use this Magnolia Home Paint and hopefully make this process go a little quicker. So that's what I'm going to do now. Here's a look at everything I had in my hutch. I can tell you one problem I have is that I love like this vintagey like duck egg blue color and kind of turquoisey. I have some of it up there. I love white, just like the simple white ceramic. I like mixing my way down with that. I also really love this like very collectible pottery line. But does it go all together? Not really. I've also had a problem because like I love this green. I like how it goes with the gingham, but like I have a few favorite things. They don't just really go well together. I'm not gonna get rid of most of it. I don't know, I think what I'm just gonna do is try to do better about grouping my colors together. So I'm gonna pull out the teal and I think the pottery, and I'm gonna feature that stuff more on these outside shelves. And then I think once the shiplap's painted in my hutch and I put all my white back in the hutch, and including anything that I have pulled out on the shelves, I think I should just put all the white back into my hutch with the white background. I think that'll look really clean and pretty. So that is the plan, but now I'm gonna get started painting. I am happy to say I'm almost done with this project. This has been so much more difficult than I anticipated. But I have all the painting done. It took me 2 days to just wait for all the paint to dry and to finally get the lines drawn. I know, I honestly think it might have been faster if I would have just had wood cut and then glued it to the hutch, like with some liquid nails. I don't know. I don't know. This was a lot of work. It was a lot more problems. Just a lot of problems kept coming up. And drawing a straight line is apparently really difficult. And the paint was not being easy. I don't know. This is one of those projects that everything that could go wrong went wrong. So I have had to sand, repaint, redraw lines. It's just been a mess. But I think the painting is done. I am calling it quits here, and I'm going to redecorate the hutch. I'm going to show you a close-up of the paint first. You can see I did the top section. So it's all shiplappy in there, and then the bottom. I have the glass shelves back in there already. So now I'm going to redecorate the hutch, and I'll probably end up doing the shelves too, because I'm going to be pulling some stuff from the shelves. And then I'll be done, because this has taken 3 days, and I never anticipated that. I honestly thought I was going to get this done in one afternoon, but that's how most DIY projects go. So let's finish this up. All right, guys, this project is finally done. I have rearranged all my decor, and I'm really happy with how everything turned out. So to finish this video off, I'm going to turn the camera around, just kind of show you some of the things I used in my decorations, and then I am going to say goodbye and be really relieved that this project is over. Just a quick little look at everything I decorated today. I like this little corner of my kitchen. I store some fruit here. Even getting some flowers out of our garden. Just redid this window if you watched my other decor video recently, and I just added this wreath. That's new. I just thought that looked really cute. I'm trying to like back up here so you can get a better view. I also just refinished my table, so if you missed that video, that's also up on my channel already. So mainly what I did was take all the Raydun and all the white off of these shelves, and I moved it into my hutch. So mainly what I did was move all of the white and I don't know what color you would call that, aqua, turquoise, duck egg blue decor, and put it into my hutch with all the white ceramic that I already have and my ray done. And the ball jars are blue too, so they all just kind of play off each other really nicely. And I think that looks really pretty. I don't use a lot of that stuff in there. Most of it's just to look at. I do use my white Dutch oven in there quite a bit. But most of this is just decor inside. And then everything on the open shelves is more accessible because it's things I'll use a lot. And something I really like to do is store everyday items in an antique piece. So I have paintbrushes in this old ceramic or in this pottery mug, which is like an oversized mug that I really like. A few different pieces of that. So I have my paintbrushes in there. I'm using this just to store a few art supplies too. And then down here I actually use this a lot as like my home office, so I'll have paper clips in there, but you would never know if you were standing away from it. I have this little Ray Dunn rotating organizer that I got at, I think, Home Goods. And then this is just, like I said, this is kind of my office. So my planner's there, my shopping list stuff, meal planning things. And this little piece down here is where I store even more activity books and homeschool stuff. And that I need to organize a little bit better. But that is everything. I'm gonna let you guys go here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I'm doing a lot of home decor. I do a lot of renovations, DIY projects, and I have an antique booth that I'm constantly doing projects for. So if that interests you, please subscribe. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.